always give their best.
Yeah.
I haven't seen enough of Wanderers this year to have an opinion of them, but certainly heard so much about them, so it's been an impressive start to the season. All right, so the siren's gone. I didn't see the toss, but I can see the teams. We're going to hand over to you, Dom. You're going to head up the call. Aaron's going to give you all the expert commentary, and I'll chip in a little bit of help wherever I can. I haven't been around the footy for such a long time, so I'll be like a passenger in a footy match. I'll pick up a kick or two.
I doubt that very much. Interesting, the captain who went to the toss for the Tiwi Bombers was Jack Monagatti. I think that's really interesting that there isn't actually a Tiwi player, that as in a local Tiwi player heading up that team. Whether that says something, I don't know, but I've never seen that before.
I don't think it's ever happened before, so there must have been a reason for it. Not a big crowd on hand here. Hot, tough conditions for a footy match.
Indeed. Players in their positions now, getting ready. The big man for Southern Districts, Pat Gallo, lining up against that man, Jack Monagatti. And he gets the first tap down as Monagatti, straight down to his teammate in Fletcher Carroll, up towards half forward. Ball taken by Jesse Clark for Southern Districts. Too much time already sitting at half back. Just passes off beautifully to James Cetus. Quality player, of course. Surprisingly, perhaps transferred to Southern Districts. Now they're away along centre wing. Kick looking out there for the player in Bosley, but out of bounds on the full, just under the scoreboard. So the Tiwi Bombers now with possession. Adam Tipungwuti with a first touch. Wheels around and passes it off to Donald Mungatobi. Back by hand to Adam Tipungwuti, who's under pressure. Into the middle of the ground. Shane Austral gets a kick away, and a good one it is too. Mark dropped back there by Gibson Turner. High up and under. Inside forward 50. Players underneath it. Knocked away there by Gallo. Districts trying to put on some pressure now deep in the right forward pocket. Handball comes out to the Tiwi Bombers. Good tackle laid. No, it's not. Trip was the call, so a free kick just to the right of centre. 25 metres out from goal, and the Tiwi Bombers to have the first shot. Just trying to pick up who that player is. Limping slightly after that trip. And that can happen, can't it, Aaron? That you might get the free kick, but sometimes you're a bit ginger when you're trying to take it. Jerome Tippermundamerry it is. Come back to Aaron Motlop in a moment. Jerome Tippermundamerry stretching that leg. On the run now. Kick on goal. He pumps the fist immediately. First goal on the board for the Tiwi Bombers goes to Jerome Tippermundamerry.
Yeah, it was a good goal there from Tiwi and a great start for them as well. Just their ball moving off that half back line from the turnover, the out of bounds and the full there, and get a little glimpse into the way Tiwi want to play. They want to take the game on through the middle, and certainly exciting play. And it was an interesting positional matchup there for Gibson Turner, mainly noted as a forward, starting in that sort of half back pocket area for Tiwi, and he provided the run there and got that inside 50. So it'll be a little bit of a headache, I think, for Matty Cannard, coach of Southern Districts, to be able to see if he's going to provide that type of influence throughout the game, if they're going to do anything defensively on him.
Noting hairstyles, Gibson Turner with the blonde dreadlocks by the look of it there. Did not recognise him with that. Ball back in the middle now. Monagatti up against Gallo. Free kick paid. And a free kick paid for an infringement on the in the square. So this to go to Southern Districts, and Patrick Gallo to take it. Reels off a handball. Districts away now. Long kick. Inside 50. Turner almost taking the mark. Farah in there as well. Tries to step inside. Got a handball away just. Districts crashing in. Handball comes out. Player there in the form of Fletcher Carroll for the Tiwi Bombers taking it. Handball back to Turner. Now all the way back to Ashton Hams. Normally a good user of the footy. This one no exception, except he nearly hit the umpire on the chest. Unable to take the mark was Donald Mungatobi. Tiwi now streaking through the middle. Adam Tipungwuti gets a handball away under pressure. Monagatti through. Good handball away. Finds Fletcher Carroll, who's been in the action early. Kick from him out to centre wing. Babui has it. On the right boot, a good kick. Finds a teammate there in John Tipalora at right half forward. Looks for teammate in Puruntutameri. Finds him. Long kick inside 50. No mark taken. Spillage. Districts there first. Tiwi there in numbers. Tackle laid there for Southern Districts by Farah. Ball spills. Sweeping handball coming out now to Charlie McAdam. Couldn't take it cleanly. Managed to get away from his opponent very nicely, however. Southern Districts now find themselves at half back. Handball through. Bowden gets a kick away. And a nice mark taken. Not paid, says the umpire. Up at centre wing. Scrimmage forms and the umpire says, I will have it. Left centre wing. Districts trying to move themselves into attack.
Bit of a free-flowing game at the moment. Tiwi Bombers are really dictating the play at the moment.
Patrick Gallo winning the ruck contest down. Districts a long kick up towards inside 50. No mark taken. DeWitt there for Southern Districts, for Tiwi Bombers, I should say, laying the tackle, and umpire says holding the ball. So the free kick to go to DeWitt, or was it be stolen away by Silvani Babui? It will be indeed. Babui to take that free kick. Long kick now out towards Gibson Turner. Coming in strongly there was Jonathan Farrer. Ball spills to Hams. Little kick backwards, dropped by Matthew Cantilla. Mark that he should have taken. Puts himself under pressure. Gets the handball away to Harley Purantatameri. Little chip from him is untidy. Ogden goes to soccer, has to go back and get it. Gets a handball away to Rusker. Little chip from him is cut off by Harley Purantatameri. Steadies now right in front of our commentary position. Centre wing. Nice kick from him. The Tiwi are away now through Jerome Tipmundamerry, the goal kicker. Long kick. Out of bounds on the full is the call. Yes, it is. Mark was taken by the Tiwi player down there, but out of bounds on the full. Angus Byrne it was. So the Southern Districts Crocodiles now with ball in hand. Inboard to Charlie McAdam. Sweeps it right across the ground and goes to half back. Zach Smith in the play. Little chip, looking for and finding Dean Staunton, the captain this year. So Staunton at centre wing. Long kick. Looking for but not finding Bugia. Handball comes inboard, looking for Dalhouse. Now inside 50. Tiwi Bomber defence now goes to work. Kick on goal. Mason DeWitt there for the Tiwi Bombers. Gathers and gathers quickly. Chips inboard, misses a teammate. Kick comes up here from Bugeja. Ball in the goal square, just needs to be socked through, and it is. The kick off the ground. Joshua Innes on the spot when he needed to be. 1 goal for Southern Districts, and the scores are all tied up here. 1 goal apiece, Southern Districts and the Tiwi Bombers, early stages of this game.
Yeah, it was a great goal there, just an opportunistic one there. I'm not sure who the Tiwi Bombers player that tried to take that mark there on the on that sort of goal square there, but unfortunately a fumble there, and I think it might have been James Bell that socketed that one through for District's first goal. And just a game of momentum at the moment. It seems like Tiwi Bombers are threatening to take the game away and score their second, and Districts are just trying to impose themselves on the game at the moment, and we're able to take their chances, and James Bell with their first goal for the day.
Ruck contest now for the Tiwi Bombers. Jack Wilson up against Robertson. Handball comes out now from Ashton Hams. Looks for a teammate in Scagliarini. Swung off the ball. Tiwi Bombers in numbers. Sweeping handball comes through, looking for a target in Wilson. Couldn't get it. Now Southern Districts, a long kick inside 50. Mason DeWitt underneath the footy. Couldn't get hold of it. Babui does, coming off his wing. Goes for a run. He's being pursued. He's going to be run down. He handballs in front of himself. He was taken without the footy. Smart play. The umpire called it. Andrew Bosley not happy, but Babui with the footy. Kicks dangerously towards centre half back. Mark almost taken there by Shane Austral. Under pressure. Ball spills to Dalhouse. Ball at centre half back, taken by Hams. Goes by hand and finds Austral up towards centre wing. Farrell with the footy. By hand now. Off to the run of Smith. Chips inboard and goes to Kyle. So Luke Kyle at right centre wing. Morris Rioli grandstand side. Picks out a teammate. James Bell goes to centre half forward. Off the hard hands there of Dean Robertson, but he takes the mark, kicks into position really nicely and goes to Matt Duffy in the left forward pocket, takes the mark. And at the 8-minute mark here of this first quarter, Matt Duffy with an opportunity 10 metres in from the boundary to have their second shot at goal.
It was a nice patient play there from Districts as well, just controlling the footy there, and some intercept play there, I think, from John O'Farrell really set it up here, as Matt Duffy could be the recipient of some good teamwork from the Southern Districts team.
Matt Duffy on the approach, the right foot kick on the way. Good looking kick too. He's pretty happy with it. So too are his teammates. So Matt Duffy kicks the second goal for Southern Districts in this first quarter, and they take the lead by that margin. Southern Districts 2 straight 12, Tiwi 1 straight 6.
It's a nice goal there from Matt Duffy as well. traditionally a bit hard to kick a goal from that sort of flank there at the St Mary's Clubhouse side, but he made some beautiful contact with it as well. The goal umpire didn't move a lot, and District's second goal for the game, and a great goal there from Matt Duffy, who's been playing on ball for most of this quarter.
Interesting, Aaron, to see that the runner, I think, for the Tiwi Bombers is actually Patrick Heenan. So obviously they must be carrying an injury. I see he's got his one of his fingers heavily taped.
Yeah, okay.
So the reason perhaps why he's out of the team this afternoon. Back in the middle again. Winning it down was Robertson for Southern Districts. Hams over the ball for the Tiwi Bombers. Hard in at it. Gets a handball away. Did beautifully. Tiwi Bombers clear the middle. Kick up towards centre half forward. No mark taken. Tiwi initially in possession, but Southern Districts defence now come away with it. Errant kick finds the chest of Jack Wilson. Been in the play early. His kick is perfect to centre half forward. Finds the chest of Scagliarini. Gets around two opponents. Little chip inboard goes to Austin Wanameri. Handball from him finds a teammate, who then handballs away to Harley Purantatameri in the clear. Just didn't get enough purchase on the kick. The Southern District's defence go to work. Little chip out finds Brandon Rusker. Equally, another little chip. Goes to Charlie McAdam. On the run, Lionel Ogden feigns the handball twice. Gains another 30 metres as a result. Kicks into the middle of the ground and goes to Farah. He swings the ball outwards, and now the run of Matt Duffy. They're at right half forward. Long kick. Beautiful kick. Finds a teammate 10 metres out, and James Cetus dead in front of goal. You talk about patient build-up, Aaron. That was perfect footy.
Yeah, it was. Certainly from the back line there with Lionel Ogden's his run and carry, but there was a great vision there as well from Matt Duffy kicking the ball in. He had about 3 players leading up towards him, and he's seen Cetus at the back, and just a beautifully weighted kick as well. Just punched it in, and Cetus will line up from just out over 10 metres out, and he shouldn't miss.
I know why you're saying that, Aaron. Straight through the middle from James Cetus. He saved Aaron on that occasion. So well done. Good play by Southern Districts. 3 straight 18. The Tiwi 1 straight 6.
Yeah. My first look at Cetus, he ran it a long way to get into position.
Yeah, he did. I reckon he was tracking on the wing as well, and as they moved the ball through the middle, I think he just kept tracking the ball and tracking it, and when he saw an opportunity to really explode and get on the end of that footy, he timed his run really well.
And that strong defence of Tiwi earlier on in the match seems to have evaporated a bit now. They've lost their way, so they're down on confidence already.
Yeah, and they seem to be over-possessing the ball too, Charlie. They've had some opportunities to just get the ball going forward, and I think they've tried to do a little bit too much with it.
Ball back in the middle now. Monagatti takes his place in the ruck, goes up against Gallo. Ball knocked forward. Monagatti helps it on his way. Hams first there, sprints away trying to get away from Bowden. Little chip on the right foot goes to Scagliarini. Quick kick from him. Drives it inside 50. The mark, the fly. Beautiful leap there from Byrne. Couldn't get it. Tiwi with a shot on goal. And a point is the result. Good quick entry on that occasion. Lionel Ogden now to bring the ball into play. Got a few options. District's moving for him. Bowden out wide. He goes up the ground. And Turner held his position beautifully there. Gibson Turner drives the ball back inside 50 and goes to the large chest of Austin Wanameri. Finds the big man in the right forward pocket. 35 from goal, about 10 metres in from the boundary. Now Aaron will put the pressure on. Can he kick this one?
Well, a lot more difficult than Cetus's kick from 12 metres out, whereas Austin's kicking from about 30 out on a very difficult angle as well. So it would take one of his better kicks as well, kicking to the Michael Long side. It's traditionally very hard to kick a goal from either of those flanks.
Austin Wanameri on the move. Kick on its way. He's pretty happy already. And there's a bit of a celebration, I think, there for Patrick Purantatameri, I dare say. And Austin Wanameri, well done. Terrific kick. Players come to him. The Tiwi Bombers, they stay in touch. 2-1-13, trailing Southern Districts. 3 straight 18. We've gone 13 minutes in the first.
You shouldn't doubt the champions kicking for goal. Dom is, great kick there from Aussie as well, and just keeping his team in touch at the moment. And Gibson Turner as well, again, just chopping that ball off in the middle from a kick out there. And just beautiful vision from Turner to be able to find Wanameri 30 metres out by himself.
There's no doubt that the goals get kicked are the reward for the hard work for the rest of the team, and it keeps them up, doesn't it?
Yeah, certainly.
Monagatti in the middle, wins it down, almost taken away there for Districts by Rokar. Couldn't get hold of the footy. Bogeja tries to get it out, spills now to Scagliarini. Quick tumbling punt up towards half forward. Wanameri was in the game for a moment, couldn't get hold of it. Byrne gets a handball away for the Tiwi Bombers. Cleaned up there by Charlie McAdam. Defence goes to work now. Little chip kick comes out. Bowden now at left half back. Takes the mark and just steadies play for a moment. Big Patrick Gallo calling forward. He's at half forward. The kick's not that great. Falls short. Handball comes out here to John Tipalora for the Tiwi Bombers. Little chip comes out of centre wing, going to be cut off easily here by Farah. Farah flicks it away to Innes. Soccer comes away and Ogden powers his way through half forward, gathers, handballs on the up really nicely. Little chip kick comes up now to Dean Staunton, and his little chip kick finds a teammate 40 metres out from goal. Good mark under pressure there from Donald Mungatobi, and that mark taken again, James Cetus. We talk about work rate, Aaron. We're seeing that already here with Cetus.
Yeah, he's just bringing all his experience here to the NTFL and to this game especially. Just his work rate to be able to follow the footy through the midfield and then come forward. And you know, it was great work by his teammates there to chop that ball off. It looked like Tiwi were about to transition that ball towards their forward line as he lines up for a shot at goal here at the grandstand side.
15 metres in from the boundary, kick on the way. He started at left. It's not going to make the distance. It'll fall short. No, it won't. In fact, it clears the boundary line. Missed everything. Cleared the boundary out of bounds on the full. So DeWitt, on behalf of the Tiwi Bombers, will take this. I was watching him in the warm-ups before, and his left foot kicking was just as good as his right foot. Gets it away to a teammate. Cruises through half back. Byrne drops the mark. Monagatti picks it up beautifully for the ruckman. Gets a handball away under pressure. Spills here to McAdam. Working their way through half back now, Southern Districts. Nice kick inboard goes to Dylan McLaughlin. Again, the run from Lionel Ogden off half back. And he's got numbers streaming everywhere. Handball goes to Rokar. Chip inside 50, pressure on DeWitt's there, gets a fingernail to it, ball spills to James Bell, caught, gets the ball away, goes again to DeWitt, just not working hard enough there. Matthew Cantella didn't run at the footy. The man who did run at the footy was Jonathan Farah. Picks up a mark, just a little bit too easy, and on a 45-degree angle, he'll kick from about 45 metres out, the right of centre.
He was Cantella really should have attack that footy as well instead of waiting for it, especially in your back line.
Left foot kick on the way from Farah. He started left, it will stay left. And the Southern District's ruckman there actually did a really good job to get a hand to that because it stopped it being out of bounds on the full. And they yield a boundary throw in deep in that back pocket.
I'm not sure what Cantilla was doing there, standing on the mark. He turned his back towards the goal, the guy having the shot.
Boundary throw in now, deep in that left forward pocket for Southern Districts. Man up was Robertson. They bring it down. Tiwi Bombers take possession initially. High tackle perhaps there for the Tiwi Bombers. It's been called by the umpire. So, player there in the form of Ashton Hams, who's racking up possessions in this first quarter. Chips sideways. Goes to Adam Tipungwuti. Tipungwuti looking for a lead. Player hugging the boundary. Goes to him. Tiwi trying to work their way through half back now. The kick up here to Monagatti. Went to handball. His player said no, just be steady. Goes back inboard and Hams under pressure. Taken high. Did the Joel Selwood slide. And he's got the same result as Joel Selwood gets, and that's a free kick. Chips the ball inboard. Goes to a player in the form there of Carroll. They move the ball forward. Again, Hams in the action. And dropping the ball is the call. Harsh, I thought, from the umpire. He hardly had it. And come back here into the middle of the ground. Southern Districts to take it. Little chip is a poor one, asking the ruckman to bend down a long way there. Player with the footy there was Dylan McLaughlin, and he will take, in fact, it's Turner who will take the free kick. Goes quickly to right half forward. Tiwi Bombers maintaining possession here. Next kick's the important one. The long bomb inside 50. The high flyer there for the Tiwi Bombers. Couldn't take the mark, and the defence of Southern Districts again goes to work. Charlie McAdam lifting his work rate. Pops a kick up. No mark taken. Adam Tipungwuti did well. Bowden striding through. Worked his way through a tackle there. Got a handball away now. A handball through to Robertson. Back to Bowden, and dropping the ball is the call. Again, Gibson Turner. We've mentioned work rate a few times. His is up in this first quarter. Has the footy right in the middle of the ground. Now asked to play on. Wants to kick short and does. Mark dropped at half forward for the Tiwi Bombers. The quick regather and kick. No one can take a mark. Charging through Hams. Takes possession. Flicks a handball out wide to Matthew Cantilla. Doesn't run at the footy. Ogden does. Takes possession. Touches the ball to the ground. Handball sideways and goes to Clark. Goes all the way back to fullback. Looking for some help. Ball comes to Ogden. Mucking around with it here. Southern District's very close to goal. Handball to no one from Ogden. Hams in there again. Gathers the ball. Tackled. The umpire's going to ping him again. The only player who charged at the footy. And he's going to lose it.
Yeah, it's he's a bit of a rub of the green here, Ashton Hams. He had a couple of wins with the free kicks and a couple of losses. So, but when you put your head over the ball, you're going to cop that as well sometimes. Yeah, you'd always rather encourage players to put their head over it and win it rather than stand back and not try and go for it.
Cetus released the ball out wide to Kyle. Kyle comes inboard now to Charlie McAdam. In the middle of the ground, goes back to the run of Bagaja. He's shoved in the back, no free kick. Errant kick as a result goes out of bounds, 55 metres away from the Southern District's goal. If ever I've seen a push in the back, that was it.
It was a fair
shove.
It was a fair shove, wasn't it? It's a bit of a scary time here for Tiwi. Districts are really moving the ball well through the middle, and Tiwi aren't chasing them at the moment, so they've just got to be really careful, otherwise this game could get blown open.
Dean Robertson won the wall down from the ruck contest, went to Duffy, and on the lead, the big man charging out there. Just trying to pick up who that is. Might be Bosley for Southern Districts. Takes the mark, 10 to 15 metres in from the boundary. The man on the mark, Tyler Bell, for the Bombers. And he's only about 45 metres from goal, left of centre. Again, a difficult spot to kick from. But as Aaron Motlop just said, if he kicks this one, then the gap really does begin to widen in the early stages of this game. 20 minutes gone in this first quarter. Be a handy goal as we tick into time on. Kick on its way. Looks pretty happy with it initially, and then it just slid away to the right, through for a behind off hands. So the first point of the afternoon goes to the Crocodiles. 3-1-19. They lead the Tiwi Bombers 2-1-13. Mason DeWitt now grabs hold of the footy. Lovely kick to Gibson Turner. On the move, just kept going. Long kick. Southern Districts, their wall was sitting at half forward. Picking up the footy here is Tip Mundamerry. Long kick goes to Austin Wanameri. Takes the mark, takes off if you don't mind. Has a little toe poke towards goal. It won't make the distance. He'll be able to pick it up himself from the goal square after chasing it and kick it from the goal square. Never seen a goal like it.
I don't think he'll ever kick a goal like that too, Austin. Unbelievable play there from Tiwi too. And that man again, Gibson Turner, he's had a direct hand in all three of their goals. Just the mark there off half back and just finding young Tyson Tip and Mandameri on the wing all by himself too. So got out the back of the defenders and really put the District's defence under pressure there. And Austin Wanameri, just with his class and experience there, able to, have two bites at it. But in the end, he got the goal that his team needed.
I reckon he had 2 steps left in him then. He's got a heavily bandaged right knee. He kicked it the best he could. It rolled and rolled, and he managed to run around and pick it up and kick it. Good goal.
What a player, though. He's kicked 2 goals now in the first quarter. You talk about value for money. Yeah. There he is, on one leg. He's still got 2 goals.
But didn't they break them open here too?
Bang.
Once they got over the wall, they had Austin Wanameri in the clear.
Monagatti now from the ruck contest, won it down. Southern Districts, however, from the middle. They take the first possession away. Brandon Rusker can't take the mark. Trying to charge away with it is Jerome Tipmundamerry. Does do so. Got to kick up to centre half forward. Charlie McAdam dropped the mark. Brings his opponent to ground. Ogden gets another possession. Handballs away to a player under pressure. Socked into a dangerous position by Tipmundamerry. Handball inboard now by Ebinger. Tiwi Bombers need to keep the pressure on here. McAdam gets a kick away, a handball away to Innes rather. Innes up to half back. And the mark taken. Again, Lionel Ogden sweeps a handball to Cetus. Cetus from the middle of the ground. Kick looking there for Jones. Didn't find him. Coming through strongly was Bosley. Beautiful kick from Bosley. The big man on the left foot. That was terrific play. And just telling his teammate to steady down. You've taken the mark at the 23-minute mark, right in front of goal. Go back and have the kick.
Yeah, it was impressive, nice shot kick there from Bosley as well on the left foot. He's an impressive figure when you get down on ground level with him. He's a very big man, and the agility there to be able to pick the ball up and turn on to his left and find a Matt Duffy there by himself, lining up for his second shot at goal.
So Matt Duffy now dead in front. Strides in, kick on the way. He's made no mistake. And he kicks his second for the afternoon. So score check here, 24 minutes gone in this first quarter. Southern Districts move on to 4-1-25. The Tiwi Bombers 3-1-19.
And you know, the Tiwi did what when they kicked that goal before, they were going the second time down. One sloppy handball across half forward, turned it over, and they go down the other end and kick a goal.
Yeah, those mistakes certainly make you pay, Charlie. And I think both teams as well going into that quarter-time break will be asking each other to try and just compose themselves and make better decisions with the ball. Yeah, those turnovers, especially through the middle, are just so costly.
So back in the middle again here, Patrick Gallo lining up against Monagatti. Hot afternoon here in Darwin, Marara Oval. One down, you'd say, by Monagatti. Hams comes through, tackle, can't get rid of the footy. He was aiming for a high free kick, didn't come. Held with the ball is the call. Southern Districts now, the long kick inside 50. Matthew Cantilla, another half-hearted effort, got in front of DeWitt and didn't take the footy. Districts with it, handball comes out, siren sounds. Quarter time here at Marara Oval. This round 7 clash between the Southern Districts Crocodiles and the Tiwi Bombers sees Southern Districts, with that last goal kicked by Matt Duffy, hold that 6-point lead. 4-1-25, Tiwi Bombers 3-1-19. And for their
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Head on in to Kazali's Palmerston Club. Business meetings, coffee breaks, or just unwinding, Kazali's has you covered. It's the perfect spot for a catch-up with friends, with stylish function areas suitable for any occasion. Sensational meals. Our family-friendly bistro has plenty of delicious options. All the latest machines in our modern gaming room. Get around the pool tables and prove your skills. Fancy a flutter? We've got full betting facilities available. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
So we can feel forever, yeah, feel together, real together. No one can stop. No one can stop. Nothing could ever bring me
Time to escape, cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide.
Great Northern Brewing Co. The beer from up here.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience.
Dedicated sports zones.
Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice,
Come in and see it.
still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store.
Now open at Casuarina Square.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
Two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1-2, 1-2. One, two, 1-2.
Over his head, so maybe he's feeling the heat out there. But it certainly is hot and tough conditions here.
Certainly are, Charlie. And Jeffrey Simon down there on the bench too. And I saw him go to ground in a contest once before there, and he came straight off the ground holding that shoulder that's heavily strapped. So I just wonder whether he's going to be able to, in fact, come back on again. There was some concern from the trainers around him.
You get the feeling that District's I'm going to kick three, four quick goals.
Yeah, you certainly get that feeling, Charlie. But we know as well with the Tiwi Bombers that they can certainly kick a score really, really quickly. I mean, I saw that firsthand last week at Gardens Oval. But right. their team has been built on that, playing that fast, exciting brand of footy.
Well, here we go now, the start of the second quarter. Patrick Gallo to line up against Monagatti. They win it down. Hams gets a quick handball away. Monagatti just soccers it off the ground inside 50. Ball taken there by Zach Smith for District. Straight to McAdam. McAdam gets a handball away and goes to Rokar. Free kick was played for a hole. Doesn't matter. Dylan McLaughlin streaking his way through midfield. Goes towards Farah. Leapt high. Couldn't take the mark. Turner's in there and got a handball away. Hams crashing in strongly. So too Farah. Back in there again. Staunton making his presence felt. Innes with a nice little tap away. Duffy gets a handball away. It's a good one. McLaughlin now goes to Staunton on the run, on the left boot, looking there for and finding. On the lead is Bosley. Good play, good build-up by Southern Districts, and Bosley, the man on the mark, about 10 metres in from the boundary, left forward pocket. Districts in this quarter kicking to the Michael Long centre end. And Bosley looking as though he's going to have a crack at it here. Any movement, Gallo, the big man, going down to the goal square. So they're well served from a tall timber perspective. Bosley wanders in, crosses 50. He's going to kick with the right boot. Kick is on its way. It will fall short. No, it won't. It goes through just to the right for a behind. So District's the first to score. 4-2-26, leading the Tiwi Bombers 3-1-19. DeWitt brings the ball into play. Goes towards Scagliarini. He has no effect on it. But a teammate there in Austral to pick it up. Can't do so. Brandon Rusker comes in. Affects the play nicely. turnover. Districts with possession. Errant kick finds Silvani Babui. And then Gibson Turner out wide, all by himself, centre wing on the run. Calling for support from Harley Purantatameri, uses him and then finds with a beautiful kick. Austin Wanameri was almost the dummy lead, and he's found Nicholas Ebinger with a beautiful kick. And could Gibson Turner, with yet another possession, influence another goal, Aaron Motlop?
Yeah, I don't know that. I think Matty Cutter's going to have to make a move there, I think, and just play somebody a little bit more tighter, I guess, on him. I know he's playing on that half-back back pocket line, but yeah, this could be his fourth score involvement here, I think, as Ebinger lines up for a shot at goal.
So Ebinger crosses the paint of 50. This ball will fall short. No, it won't. My call's been poor because this one's out of bounds on the full again. Number of players kicking to the left of the goals. Some great running there by Harley Purantatameri and Austin Wanameri to get the ball in the hands of Ebinger as we see Districts bring the ball back into play. The ball goes to Ogden. He kicks long and finds Zach Smith just unmarked at half back into the middle of the ground. Finds Rusker. Rusker to go out wide. His kick not as good as it could have been. Looking for Rokar out on centre wing. Towed towards the boundary. Bowden keeps it in and does beautifully. Finds a teammate there in the form of Cetus. Handball's inboard. Districts now kicking inside 50. The fly came from Dalhouse. Couldn't take the mark. Bosley gathers, snaps from 15 metres out and puts that one straight through for a goal. Districts on the board in the second quarter.
Wow, it's Bosley there with that shot at goal, and you know that's a great reward there for the Districts team. And yeah, you know, you get opportunities to you know, really inflict some scoreboard pressure there, and you know, nothing against Ebinger there. It was a really difficult shot at goal from about 45 out, but you know, to kick it out of bounds in the full there and then watch the ball transition out. And not a lot of defensive pressure there, Charlie and Dom, in terms of the Tiwi Bombers there, and it just looked like Districts were able to move the ball at the pace that they like to there, and you know, a bit of pressure there up forward to cause that sort of spillage there, but Bosley had enough skill there and composure to be able to kick that goal over his shoulder.
And you know, Aaron, there's a lot of real estate between those 2 points, aren't there, when you're having a shot for goal. If you can't get a goal, you got 2 chances of getting a point out there, but to come up with nothing.
Yeah, it certainly hurts your team.
Dispiriting.
Out of the middle now, the Tiwi Bombers. A handball came from Ham. Scagliarini, a quick kick inboard. Fletcher Carroll worked hard. Ball came down here to Tippermundamerry. Spillage at the goal square after a kick came through. Bit of faking for a free kick coming there from Byrne. Districts now bring the ball away from defence. Long kick out towards the boundary. The target there, Michael Bowden, beaten for it by the boundary. And again, Aaron, the District's defence holding up well.
Yeah, they are. But I think yeah, Zach Smith has been down there as well and has been really solid over his Premier League career, and also Liam McGregor. They're just two sort of stalwarts for that back line. Young fellas as well, but playing really well for Matty Kennard's team.
So boundary throw in now. Gallo up against his ruck colleague in Monagatti. Monagatti wins it down and then dives in and lays a tackle. Ball spills. Scagliarini with the quick kick inside 50, charging to it. Ebinger did well. Got the handball away. Kick on goal came from Tipungwuti, off target. But good positive play by the Bombers.
He's the guy there, Dom, Tipungwuti. I think that can really ignite this Tiwi Bombers team. Just got to get his hands on the footy more, and his teammates need to start looking for him as well.
Zach Smith with ball in hand again. Finds a teammate. They go backwards here to Rusker. Normally uses the ball well. That was a good kick, but Staunton fell over. Mason DeWitt came into the picture. He does use the ball beautifully. Finds on the lead Fletcher Carroll. Just holds for a moment. Drives the ball into Byrne. Did well to hold off his opponent, but then left the footy behind for Liam McGregor. He kicks out to the fat side. Lionel Ogden out there. He's got a whole lot of acreage, does Lionel Ogden, and he uses it to full effect. Finds Rokar at right half forward. Long kick. Good kick. Looking up there for Jones. He takes the mark 45 from goal. Will bring the board inboard. Drives it in. It bounced off the chest of his teammate in Dalhouse. Regathers on the left boot. Up towards full forward, Kent. Tillard didn't go with the ball hard again. Gibson Turner just soccers the ball away. Great work from him. And in fact, he gains himself a free kick deep in the right back pocket.
Yeah, Tom, looking at Jones, I think it was Jones, Dalhouse, sorry, just a little bit groggy. Usually when you come up against a ruckman and a hip and shoulder, you don't come off too well. And he's struggling a little bit at the moment as he's on the mark here. I'll keep an eye on him for you.
Ball now swung out wide for the Tiwi Bombers. Silvani Babui. Been a terrific wingman for a long period of time for the Tiwi Bombers. Takes a mark, kicks long. Looking for Adam Tipungwoody. Manages to get a little fingernail on it to the advantage of a teammate there. Tiwi Bombers have socketed forward. Byrne in the contest. Takes out one man, can't take out the other. Liam McGregor takes possession, finds a teammate by hand. Sweeping handball comes to Dylan McLaughlin, has to go back in and get it as he left it behind. And again, Liam McGregor in the action. Another handball up. Dylan McLaughlin running through centre wing very nicely up to Rokar, through half forward, building nicely here the Southern Districts Crocodiles, and that man on the lead, Bosley, the ball hit his chest, couldn't take the mark, and now they're just checking here, the umpires, to see whether it was out of bounds on the full or is it a boundary throw-in.
I think it might have been a spilled ball out of bounds there, Dom.
Yep.
It was a great kick there by Roker as well. It was a really low ball and a 40-metre kick as well, but the amount of power that he put into that kick was...
In fact, they're calling the mark here. The umpire is calling the mark here for Andrew Bosley, so what a presence he is making for himself up here, and doesn't that give confidence to the teammates up the ground?
Yeah, certainly. When you've got a big target like his and just being mobile as well and athletic, it certainly gives your midfielders and your halfbacks a lot of confidence coming through that middle to be able to spot up a full forward that is not only got really good height and size, but mobile as well. You can put it anywhere and he'd make an effort to try and mark it.
Man on the mark, 25 metres away from goal. He's on the boundary as Bosley goes with the right boot kick, kicks strongly at it, and kicks strongly out of bounds on the full. Done.
Can I just mention the good play of Ogden? He's been terrific in defence. His run and carry is good, isn't it?
Yeah, certainly.
His skill level's good.
Transitioned well from a sort of a wing type of role halfback to really trying to lock down as well for Districts and play a more team-orientated role where he's more so trying to defend first and really lock down his opponent and then be really creative with his skills.
Mason DeWitt now from the left back pocket for the Tiwi Bombers. That's a beautiful kick. Lovely left foot kick from Mason DeWitt. Finds a teammate, was Byrne. He tried to play on by hand, cut off by Districts. Byrne managed to smother the kick. Ball inboard again from Southern Districts. Inside attacking 50. Harley Purantatameri can't control it. The Tiwi Bombers just push it out. Purantatameri does well. Creates a bit of space for Byrne. He picks up. Long kick inside attacking 50. In fact, this is Byrne now down at half forward for the Tiwi Bombers. Gives the push away on his opponent. No free kick, says the umpire. Thought it would be one way or the other, either deliberate or in the back. The umpire says toss it in where the 50-metre line meets the boundary. So the Tiwi Bombers all of a sudden back into attack. The player down at the other end, of course, was Jack Wilson on behalf of the Tiwi Bombers. Now, Wilson in the ruck contest. Brings it down. Scagliarini tried to grab hold. There's Ogden trying to streak away. Put Innes under just as much pressure as he was under. And he's crashed tackle to the ground. There'll be another ball up 48 metres away from the Tiwi Bomber goal. Can they keep it in here long enough to create another opportunity? Up high there was Robertson for Southern Districts. Bringing it down, Scagliarini into the hands of Harley Purantatameri. The high up and under. Ebinger was in good position. Tiwi Bombers can't take possession. Tackle laid. Handball comes out here to Duffy for Southern Districts. Puts ball to boot. Gathered by Roker. The run was Michael Bowden. He ignores him. Kick comes out now through centre wing. Into the middle of the ground. Dean Robertson takes the mark. Another big player for Southern Districts on the left boot. Good attacking kick inside 50. Trying to create a bit of space for himself. Cetus kicks the ball towards goal. And no free kick and no goal. It is a behind to Southern Districts. So at the 10.5-minute mark here of this second quarter, Southern Districts 5-2-32, the Tiwi Bombers 3-2-20.
It was a great work there from Austral as well. I think Cetus had an almost certain soccer goal there, but his closing speed there to be able to tap that ball away from him and force a rush behind.
Mason DeWitt bringing the ball into play. There's that man in action again, Austral, and the ball out of bounds on the full with that kick. Unfortunate there for the Tiwi Bombers, just putting themselves under a little bit too much pressure. Duffy with the free kick. Just goes the little chip, finds his captain in Staunton. His chip is a poor one, not to the advantage of his teammates. DeWitt comes through beautifully, receives the handball. on the right boot. His kick is errant on this occasion and out of bounds on the full in exactly the same position. A free kick this time to be taken by Jesse Clark for Southern Districts. Goes laterally, finds Charlie McAdam. He goes laterally again, goes there and finds a teammate in Zach Smith. Right across to the other side, they've created a whole lot of space here, Southern Districts. Liam McGregor fumbles and fumbles, but has so much time. No real pressure coming from Byrne. Drives the ball up to half forward. No mark taken. Rokar collects. Little chip is very good and finds a teammate 35 metres away from goal. I think it might be his captain in Dean Staunton. About 35 metres out, right of centre. Needs to go back and capitalise here, Aaron.
Yeah, it certainly does. And it was great vision from Roker as well to spot up his captain, 25 metres out, 30 metres out in front of goals. And Tiwi just need to lift their pressure around the footy at the moment. The Districts are just sort of strolling through the middle without a lot of pressure, and without that pressure, they're able to more often than not hit targets.
Dean Staunton with the kick on goal, and that is an ordinary kick at goal from the captain. Never looked like it. He scored a behind. So Southern Districts score check there 5-4, 34. Tiwi 3-2-20.
It's a bad miss there from Staunton as well. He loves a goal and a celebration as well, so he'd be a bit dirty with himself for missing that, especially by that amount of distance as well. I think he only just snuck it through for a behind.
Almost another one of this afternoon's out of bounds on the full. Mason DeWitt now runs his full measure, kicks long and finds a target in Byrne, who almost hung onto it, goes back in to lay the tackle. Southern Districts now, Brandon Rusker with ball in hand, scoots away from his opponent, chips, and Mason DeWitt takes it as a second grabber. He's a good player, Mason DeWitt. Kicks long now, looking for a teammate out wide in John Tipalora, contests the mark, and the ball off hands and out of bounds for a boundary throw in. Right half forward for Southern Districts on the outer wing. Hot afternoon here, players looking to organise themselves and get into position. Jack Wilson to go up in the ruck contest. He looks very small against Patrick Gallo. They bring the ball to ground. Districts have ball in hand momentarily. Brandon Rusker had it, then let it go. Comes here to Wilson, bangs it up towards centre half forward. Good mark almost by Ebinger. Contest was excellent, went back in and gathered it. Goes to a teammate in Hams. Ebinger, poor kick inside 50. Cut off now by the Tiwi defence. Ball comes to Innes. In fact, it was Bell out wide now to Staunton. Another poor kick from Staunton. Doesn't find his teammate, who was in heaps of space. And in fact, this time, out of bounds on the full.
Time he's found touch.
Yeah.
He'd be
happy with
really dirty with himself on that, because he's a good kick of the footy. And as the captain of the team, ball now in the hands of Scagliarini. He finds the hands of a teammate initially in John Tipalora. Had a second grab at it, and that's costly. Turnover, ball in the hands of Rusker. Sweeps a hand to Roker. On the right boot, the high up and under. And camped underneath of the Tiwi Bomber defence do well. Little chip comes out wide here to Turner. He marks it a right half back. Morris Rioli grandstand side. Goes inboard. And here finds Carroll. On again to Scagliarini. Good kick from him. Finds Tipungwoody. Little bit of space. Little bit of danger. Chips it up to a teammate. It's a good chip. Goes to Cantilla. Can he kick a goal? He runs in. Looked to kick it as a banana. And he's missed and just squeezed it in for a behind. I wanted him to kick that for his confidence, Charlie.
Yeah. So did I. But you know what I reckon caught his eye? Was the movement of Austin Wanamiri down there in the forward pocket. He saw him out the corner of his eye.
I'm no goal kicking expert, Charlie, but I'm not sure why you just want to run straight and kick a drop punt instead of trying to do a
Matthew Cantilla could have had his moment and didn't. And Districts now on the rebound. They have the ball in defence outside of defensive 50. Brandon Rusker running into position well. He certainly lifted his work rate, picking up some good possessions. He kicks up towards Dalhouse, can't take the mark, goes back in again well, gathers possession, handball off to Gallo, gets a handball to Staunton, handballs away into the clear, gathers it himself, back again to Dalhouse, the high up and under into the forward pocket. No mark can be taken there. Bosley was in the contest and thumps the ball over the boundary line. Wins his team a boundary throw in 45 metres around from the Southern Districts goal.
It's a bit of a lull in the scoring at the moment. Not many goals, and Tiwi are doing real well to hold it up defensively. But yeah, I think it's just a matter of time before they Districts break this game open with their ability to win the footy and get the ball inside 50. I think Tiwi need to start trying to get the ball into the hands more of Gibson Turner and Adam Tipungwoody if they're looking to try and get back closer into this game on the scoreboard.
From the ruck contest, a free kick goes to the Tiwi Bombers. 34 plays 21, Southern Districts in the lead. 16.5 gone in this second quarter. Districts now through Scagliarini, the long kick into the middle of the ground. Harley Purantatameri used his body well, got the ball to the back, couldn't gather. Tipungwuti has a crack at it. Now from the contest it comes to him. Purantatameri in the clear, doesn't take the mark, picks it up beautifully. 45 from goal, kicks on goal and kicks. Does he kick truly? Charlie McAdam claiming the touch here. He may have a case too, Charlie McAdam. We just can't go to the television replay in this competition. The umpires convening here, both the boundary umpire talking to the goal umpire and talking to the field umpire.
I got a feeling he touched that.
I thought he made a great effort to get there. What will the call be here? Very difficult decision to make, this one. It's going to be a goal.
It is.
They've called it a goal. Well, Charlie McAdam, I think you might have had a case to answer there for sure. The goal umpire has called a goal. So Tiwi, again, Aaron, they stay in the contest. 4-3-27, trailing Southern Districts on the scoreboard, 5-4-34, just a 7-point margin at the 18-minute mark.
Yeah, they stay in the contest, and for whatever reason, Purantatameri found himself, Harley, with a heap of space there at that half-forward line. And Adam Tipungwuti was good enough to win the ball there and just find him open. And what you can't do is give the Tiwi Bombers that much space, especially as a forward, as well, a dangerous forward like Harley Purantatameri. So well done to him, and gets his team 1 goal closer. Just goes to show, doesn't it? They've just got these little sparks, and most times they've turned that spark into a goal. They have, yeah, and they're on ballers, you know, in terms of Fletcher Carroll and that in the middle, just winning the ball. Scagliarini just winning it through the middle, and Ashton Hams as well. But if they can get the ball to Gibson Turner and Adam Tipungwuti, they can really make some magic happen. Fletcher Carroll nearly had his head taken off from the ruck contest, and the free kick has been called, and fair enough too. He's put himself in, won the free kick in the middle. Haven't seen as much of Ashton Hams in this quarter, and Fletcher Carroll has certainly turned it on. Long kick now. Here he comes, just as I mentioned him, in the contest, inside 50, wins the ball beautifully. Handball away to a teammate there in Wilson. The long bomb up to Austin Wanameri, used his strength on Charlie McAdam, and Charlie McAdam wins the day in the end, just being able to push the ball through for a behind. Back onto the footy straight away, Charlie McAdam from the goal square, kicks out to a teammate in Joshua Innes, gets it to his mate in Roker. Away is Brandon Rusker, evades 2 tacklers, finds a teammate. Long kick now through half-back out here looking for Kyle. Hams was in the contest. I should say that more often. As soon as I've said he wasn't in the contest, there he is. Turner gathers on the wing. Up towards Austin Wanameri. Doesn't take the mark again. Diving in is Harley Purantatameri. Snap on goal from 5 metres out. He's lying on his back, for heaven's sake. It is straight through for a goal. The umpires are going to convene again, but that's a goal, surely. I don't think I didn't see anybody touch that, but the goal umpire's a lot closer to the action than I am. But what an unbelievable effort there to be on your back, you know, twisting and turning, and to be able to snap that. That is a classic Tiwi Bomber goal, isn't it? That is a classic, a vintage shot, a kick at goal there. They're all coming, Charlie. Look, they're all convening.
Oh, it's an umpires conference. Umpires convention.
They're convening all in green on the goal square. There's only going to be one decision here. It's a goal. Harley Purantatameri, that is incredible. He's kicked 2 goals in this second quarter. Both of them are very, very good goals, and that's just a cracker. The Tiwi Bombers, it is 5-4, 34 apiece. Can you believe it? Scores tied up here at the 20.5-minute mark. Yeah, it was the second goal to Purantatameri in less than 2 minutes as well. So we know that they can go bang, bang really quickly in terms of goals. So, you know, they're sticking true to their form at the moment, the Tiwi Bombers. Well, just as I called Ashton Hams unsighted, he's been sighted twice and they've kicked 2 goals. So what an influence he has. Gibson Turner in that action again. Back in the middle now. Monagatti trying to get it down. Pressure coming here. Scagliarini laying a tackle. Monagatti working really hard. So too Angus Byrne in the middle. Kick. In fact, the kick now comes from Roker. Out wide, looking for Dalhouse, close to the boundary line, under pressure from Donald Mungatobi, and they push the ball out of bounds for a boundary throw in about 60 around from the Southern District's goal. Time check here, 21 and a half gone in this second quarter. The Tiwi Bombers have done supremely well to hang in here in this quarter. Ruck contest one down by Districts, almost taken away by Dylan McLaughlin. Now the Tiwi Bombers with a soccer away comes to Carroll, gathers cleanly at half back, handballs backwards, looks there for a teammate in Angus Byrne, kicks truly and finds Silvani Babui. A little bit of urgency creeping into both the Tiwi Bombers and Districts play here. Silvani Babui, the high, horrible mongrel. No mark taken in the centre of the ground. That's just how the Tiwi Bombers like it. Swooping on it. Jerome Tipmundamerry into space. The ball stops and props. Austin Wanameri couldn't quite get there. Uses his body well. He stays in the contest. Now it comes away through Roker again. Monagatti crashes in. 3-on-1. However, the Districts players win out. Ogden with a good kick into the middle of the ground. Dropped by Duffy, had time to recover, goes to Farah on the left boot, the high up and under, Mason DeWitt under it, gets a hand to it, punches it away beautifully. Byrne gets it away to Ebbinger, he gathers, goes to Matthew Cantilla. What can he do? Gathers casually, steps around Bosley. Lovely little left foot kick. Goes to Scagliarini. Called to play on. Needs to stay calm here. His kick is poor into the middle of the ground. Finds a teammate in the form of Jeffrey Simon. His kick up to attacking 50. No mark taken by either club. Chip comes through from Districts. Belted away here by Robertson. And the siren, thankfully for both teams, sounds as Districts had the ball in the middle of the ground. And can you believe it? Half time, it's all tied up. 5-4, 34 apiece in this round 7 clash between the Crocodiles and the Bombers.
Just run.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Absolutely zero.
Zero.
Yeah, definitely.
It has to be zero.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I don't think that's asking too much.
Domestic violence is everybody's business.
And it's not just the physical abuse, it's the things we don't see.
It is hurting our families. It is killing our families.
A lot of people have been silent to this fact, and I think it's about time we all speak up together and say no more to this form of abuse.
No more.
No more. No more family violence.
No more to the family violence.
No more. No more.
No more.
Time to escape, 'cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide.
Great Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here.
On Territory roads, anything can happen. So you need to drive to the conditions. Speeding can get you into all sorts of trouble. Dirt roads aren't just dusty. When it's hard to see, they're dangerous. At water crossings, remember, you're driving a motor car, not a boat. High water can be deep trouble. All sorts of animals can be on the road, so watch out. And if the weather is bad, slow down, you mob. Drive to the conditions and arrive in good condition.
The time to kickstart your business is now. Get your message across with the experienced local TV production team at Kick Digital. Cost effective, rapid turnaround, exceptional service. Kick Digital. Television production energised.
CFS Schoolwear is the perfect choice for quality custom-made school uniforms. Ideal for all school-related activities. 50 or 500 students, we have what you need. Contact CFS Gear for your free CFS Schoolwear quote today.
Getting my hands on the footy and just being with my mates.
I like being outdoors. It just makes me happy. I don't like it when I get yelled at.
It's pretty embarrassing when someone's shouting at you halfway through the game.
It makes me feel like I'm useless and I can't do anything.
We're just kids.
We're just here to have fun.
Let us do what we love.
Just let kids be kids.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
The NTFL clubs and umpires would like to share the following events and messages and thank their sponsors for the 2021 TIO NTFL season. For more information, please visit the relevant club or umpire's Facebook page.
Two, 1 2, 1 2. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Okay, pretty. Check 1 2, 1 2. Check 1 2, 1 2, 1 2. 1 2, check 1 2. Check 1 2, 1 2, 3 4 5. 1 2. 1 2. 2, 1, 2. One, two. 1, 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check.
The teams have broken their huddles and now heading down into position. Dom, we're in for a pretty good second half.
Yeah, we are. I think, you know, we spoke about it at the end of the first quarter, I think, that there was still a little bit of heavy lifting to do for the Tiwi Bombers, and there's still quite a few players who haven't really been in the action much. And I reckon the coaches would have spoken about that for the Tiwi Bombers, that if more players get involved, they start working a bit harder, really, for each other, as Aaron's just talked about, they've actually got a lot of upside here in this game. So it'll be interesting to see.
Just having a look down there, Dom, at the moment, there's only 3 Districts players that have run to the bench from their huddle, so they might be a little bit short. I'm just trying to keep an eye out to see if somebody's there.
Oh, here we go. There's a player just coming out now.
Looks like
that's Dylan McLaughlin.
Yep,
he's got the ice pack on and looks like he might be done there. Ice pack on the left quad.
Quad or a hammy. Yeah, it's not good news for Districts. A really solid player is Dylan in their midfield and back line as well. So, yeah, he'll be a huge loss, not only to start this second half, but also towards the end of the game, and you need that run in the legs.
Ball tossed high to begin the third quarter. One down there by Gallo. Coming through the midfield, however. Hams taken high again. Called to play on. This time he's got the free kick. Kicks long down towards half forward. Target down there was Harleypur and Tutameri, knocked away from him by Ogden. Diving in was Adam Tippingwoody, got a handball away. In fact, it was Simon. Got a handball away. He'll receive it back here, Simon. Good to see. Runs on. Left foot kick, not exactly where he was hoping for it to go. But it doesn't matter in some respects because it is out of bounds 10 metres to the left of their goal face. So an opportunity early stages here for the Tiwi Bombers. It's gained a boundary throw in. They need Jeffrey Simon in this game as much as possible. Down on the boundary, Austin Wanameri was getting his right knee heavily strapped, now doing some stretches. Let's hope he's not out for the game. Boundary throw in now, left forward pocket, 34 apiece. Shallow throw in, one down by Districts through Gallo. Kept in by Simon. Tackling done there on Jones. And the umpire says, I will have it. In fact, it was Bowden who gets up from the bottom of that pack.
He's had a quiet game, Dom.
Has had a quiet game, unusual for him. Ball goes through his hands there, taken by Tipalora. Good handball, goes to Byrne, snap on goal, and it hits the post 3/4 of the way up. The left point post, what a start that would have been. It was a good kick on goal, particularly from there too, Aaron.
Would have been an amazing shot there from Byrne as well on the left foot. And like we said, really hard to kick those snaps from the pockets and even set shots at goal because of the way the breeze is coming from the grandstand to the scoreboard side.
Tiwi Bombers take the lead incredibly with that kick on goal. Districts now try and work it through from defence. Handball comes to Innes after it was brought in from the goal square. Kick off the hands of Gallo, lands in the hands of Rusker. Left foot kick is a poor one, tumbles into defensive 50. Cantilla took possession, was tackled and just promptly dropped the footy. So a free kick immediately to Southern Districts. An opportunity here. Dalhouse with the footy. And a good kick too, following up, as he always does, Dean Staunton on the run. So he takes that mark a few metres in from the boundary, left forward pocket, about 45 from goal. Puts the ball on the ground as leads were coming from his forwards. Picks it up quickly and now has a bit of a look. A little bit of a trot, long kick. High flyers are up in the forward pocket, no mark taken off the hands of Jones, who was at ground level for Southern Districts, and they push it out over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. Right forward pocket. Districts with an opportunity here to respond to that point scored by the Tiwi Bombers. Players set themselves here. Monagatti to go up against the big man in Patrick Gallo. Monagatti just elbow in the back a little there, created some space, won it to the back of the pack. Tipalora flicks it up to the advantage of Hams. Into space, looking there for Carroll. Carroll goes backwards to Hams, under pressure. Districts with good numbers, streaking into space, James Bell. Kick goes to Gallo, picks it up beautifully for a big man. Goes to his other big man in Bosley. He snaps on goal. He feigned one way, then came back into the middle, looked towards the goal face and snapped on the right boot. Andrew Bosley with his second for the game, and Districts regain the lead by 5 points.
That'll make Matty Carnot a pretty happy coach at the moment. Just the forward and the midfield pressure there from the Districts players when that stoppage came through is that the chased and harassed the Tiwi Bombers, gave them no space at all to be able to clear that footy, and it was a great reward for her effort there. And Bosley, I think, with his second or third goal for the game.
Second goal for the game. He's a smart player, isn't he, Aaron? Look, he created space for himself there, didn't he?
Yeah, not many times you get somebody handball when they're free, but the ruckman certainly handballed to him, but he certainly knew what he was doing.
Yeah, Gallo's an impressive player too. Back in the middle, Gallo again to go up in ruck against Monagatti. They fly. Monagatti can claim that one. Dalhouse takes it. He's brought to ground. Tackles laid in the middle. Gallo again using his height to push the ball forward. Handball comes out. Tipalora can't handle cleanly. Dalhouse at ground level comes through quickly and does well. Handball away to Staunton. Now to the runner, Rusker. Through half forward. Goes on his left boot. Better kick this time than his last. Pops it up. Almost a fly there from Rokar. Now taken by DeWitt. The high up and under. Districts flying in here in numbers. Almost the mark there to Cetus. Couldn't take it. Swooping on it beautifully, Farah. And from 15 metres out, bangs it through for their second in as many minutes. Districts beginning to make a statement here. They move on to 7-4-46, leading the Tiwi Bombers 5-5-35.
It's a classy finish there as well from John O'Farah. Brandon Rusker's also played really well on that wing for Districts as well. His pace and ability to break the lines and explode away from the contest has been valuable for Districts today. And you know, we spoke about Cetus before, James Cetus, and his running ability, but he won the ball on the stoppage there out to Rusker, and then he charged forward and he almost took that mark in front of Farah, but you know, the ball spilled out and Farah was good enough to kick his first goal of the game.
So Districts making a statement here. What can the Tiwi Bombers do? The rucks to go at it again. Gallo against Monagatti. Monagatti up so high, won it down easily, but only as far as Dalhouse. His quick kick inside attacking 50. Now on the pursuit is McLennan for the Tiwi Bombers. Has the footy, was held. Ball now in the hands there of Bell. Loses it to McLennan. Pushes it forward. Tyson Tipmundameri on the move. Crashes into his opponent, but Districts regained possession. Dalhouse takes it, and in the clear is Farah again. Stayed on the fat side, gathers easily on the left boot, drives it in, but the kick is poor and cut off well here by Gibson Turner in front of Roker. Goes on a run, too quick for him, has two bounces. May he have a third? No, he won't. On centre wing, kicks long, down towards Tipungwuti. Held his ground well, kept his feet, gathers possession. Lovely kick as well. Does beautifully. Taking the mark was Jerome Tipmundameri. Takes off after taking the mark. Chipped into the corridor. It was a nice chip, but the only player there, yet again, was Cetus for Southern Districts. They transfer play to the other side of the ground, and this has worked for them on so many occasions. Clearing space. Brandon Rusker almost competing there with his teammate in Bugeja. Up towards Cetus. Cetus clears by hand. Errant kick now will be cut off by Monagatti. A little untidy, laying the tackle. There is Ashton Hams. Scrappy play here at half forward. Who can tidy it up? Duffy goes on the left boot to the big man in Bosley. Almost dragged it in on the one hand. Not quite. And ultimately pushed out of bounds by the Tiwi Bombers. Mason DeWitt did well there, came in to lend a hand, and now a boundary throw in. 50 around from the Southern Districts goal.
There's a nice effort there as well from Tyler Bell to just intercept that mark, potential mark there from Bosley as well.
Ruck contest, Monagatti edged out of it. The Tiwi Bombers somehow managed to take the footy away, and the umpire says it was a throw as Harley Purantatamiri was trying to stream away. Quick kick inside 50, and Dalhouse takes the mark low down. He's had a cracking start to this third quarter. Come out with some real intent, and that was evident in diving low to take that grab in the corridor, and he'll have his shot 45 from goal.
Yeah, he's certainly brought a lot of energy to the start of this quarter as well, just being involved and trying to tackle and get around the footy as well, and he's been rewarded a couple of times with it, but it was a great kick there from Duffy as well, who sort of won that free kick and had the blinkers on for a short lead, and Dalhouse made a good effort there.
Here he comes now, Dalhouse, kick on goal. It looked good off the boot, faded to the right and hit the post a third of the way up. But behind is added to the score. 7-5-47, the Southern Districts Crocodiles. Tiwi Bombers 5-5-35. Mason DeWitt now to bring the ball back into play. Lopes away, goes with his favoured left boot. Long, Farah up, confidently taking the mark with the arms extended. Nice mark to take in front of the grandstand. So Farah at half forward. Pressure came from Tyson Tipmundameri. High up and under. Bosley was there, couldn't take the grab. Handball comes out to Duffy, has the shot on goal, and errant kick to the right. Another behind to the scoreboard for Southern Districts. So Mason DeWitt again with it all to do. This time goes short, finds his teammate in Nathan Scagliarini. Feint a handball to Mason DeWitt, and now he has to put himself under pressure. DeWitt is up to the task, kicks long, no mark taken, ball spills to Bowden. Cetus tried to slap it away, Tipalora toes it through. Can he pick it up? No, he can't. Goes with the feet, goes back in again, taps it to Adam Tippenwoody. Somebody needed to pick it up for the Tiwi Bombers. Handball comes out to Farrell. He does pick it up. Taps it away now to Innes. In fact, it was Bell. Got it away to a teammate there in Kyle. He had it smothered. Well done, the Tiwi Bombers. That was a good smother. They were inside 50 otherwise. And Jerome Mundamerry, I think it was, an excellent smother, won his team a boundary throw-in.
He certainly lifted his work rate as well. Tipper Mundamerry just being involved on that half-forward wing, and a great smother there to force the ball out of bounds. Boundary
throw-in now. The players here, Robertson and Wilson. Wilson wins it down, only as far there as Bugaja. He's wrapped up in a tackle by Hams, and they'll do it all over again. This time the ball up. Running into position, Jeffrey Simon. Ball tossed high here. Wilson up, wins it down. Again, it goes to Bugaja. Can't get it away cleanly. Scagliarini on the up to Hams. Couldn't do it cleanly. Bell coming through strongly for Southern District, sees it again out over the boundary line. In between the two dugouts for both teams, and it'll be a boundary throw-in. 48 plays 35. Gone 10 minutes in this all-important third quarter. Tyson Tippermundamerry leaves the ground, replaced there by John McLennan. He's done okay in this afternoon's match.
Wilson's gone on for Monaghetti as well, Tom.
Yep, Wilson up in the ruck contest now, up against Robertson. Wilson again wins it down. Tipalora in the match again. Didn't take it cleanly, but smacked it away to the advantage of a teammate. Comes now to Wilson, close to the boundary line. He's taken over by Jesse Clark for Southern Districts. Stuck in this position at the moment, Aaron. They can't get away.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of fatigue, I reckon, setting in. Both teams have gone flat out these first few minutes.
I'm just watching the boundary umpire. He strides in, counts his steps, and then signals to them which way he's going to throw it. So he's communicating with the players, and then he usually throws it in a bit shallow.
John Wilson again read it beautifully. Scagliarini off hands, gathers, kicks inside 50. Austin Wannamerry, what a mark at centre half forward. Austin Wannamerry just nudged his opponent, got the hands to it, and took it on the second grab. So slightly left of centre. He is, I think, within kicking range here, Austin Wannamerry. He's currently at 53 metres. Punts from 50. Will get the distance. No, he won't. Just is there a mark taken? Play on, said the umpire. I thought down there Ebinger may have taken the grab, but the umpire said play on, so Districts now to bring the ball back into play. Very, very close. A good effort there by Austin Wannamerry, but ultimately a behind only. So 36 plays 48. Districts bringing the ball back into play. Good kick to the captain in Staunton. Takes the mark. Runs on immediately. Goes to Cetus. Cetus by hand, goes to a teammate in Jones, goes back to Cetus, needs to kick here, had good awareness, but the kick was poor, cut off by DeWitt, just keeps the footy in front of himself, under pressure here from Staunton, loses it out to Cetus here, did beautifully. Now goes by hand to Bosley, on his bike, kick is good. No mark taken in the contest, however, is Dalhouse, wrapped up in a tackle. They bring him to ground and take him in that ball and all tackle. The umpire says, I will have it. 45 away from the Southern Districts goal.
They done well there. The Tiwi Bombers defence. It seemed like a certain scoring opportunity there for Districts.
Ball tapped down towards Roker, trying to crash his way through Scagliarini. Wrapped up in a good tackle there by Robertson. And again, the umpire says, I will have it on the paint of 50. Roker hanging around there, trying to get himself a kick. Cetus trying to inject himself in here. Robertson up high, wins it down. Roker, ball just went over his head. Babui got a kick away. Ball came from Kyle to Roker, high up and under. Tapped away there by Jones and over the boundary line. Edging their way ever closer here, Southern Districts. Boundary throw in, 10 metres around from their goal face right forward pocket.
You can sort of see that play panning out the way it was there, Dom. DeWitt, who's just been amazing today for Tiwi Bombers, just set himself up there to be able to spoil that ball.
Robertson, the ball goes to the back of the pack. Bowden couldn't quite handle. Ball and all tackle on Wilson. Now he's going to get called here. Robertson, what a tackle it was. And he's won himself a free kick against his opponent in Jack Wilson. So Robertson, he may be second to Patrick Gallo, but he's making his presence felt. So from right of centre, he'll kick from about 35 metres out, and there is a 50-metre penalty here, and I'm not sure why.
I don't think they would come back on the mark. I think the umpire was trying to set it up.
There was communication from the umpire way back here, and he's now talking to Austin Wanameri, Charlie.
Okay.
So Patrick, in fact, it's Dean Robertson, marched to the goal square. The big left footer drills it through, so he kicks his first for the afternoon. More importantly, Southern Districts 8-6-54, Tiwi Bombers 5-6-36. The Tiwi Bombers have added 2 behinds. Southern Districts 3 goals in a row. Aaron?
Yeah, they've just pushing the lead out now, and it's a bit of a dangerous time now for the Tiwi Bombers. They certainly need a goal just to stem the bleeding a bit and just stay in touch with this district's team. They've done so well in that first half, the Tiwi Bombers. It would be a shame for them to let this lead keep continuing to slide away from them.
I was just going to say that young umpire, the boundary umpire, I commented on a short time ago, walked past in front of me, then looks like he's about 13. I felt so terrible.
Very young.
Having a crack, Charlie.
Yeah.
Our districts continue to have their crack here. Another ball inside 50, gathered by Dalhouse. Oh, that's brilliant. Great kick, unselfish from Dalhouse, and Cetus from 2 metres out strolls in, toe pokes it through. 4 in a row for the Crocodiles. Yeah. And I'll say it again, Jay Dalhouse, he's had a third quarter to remember, Aaron.
Yeah, he's certainly lifted, hasn't he? And he's got some teammates as well that have certainly listened to the call of, I guess, Matty Cannard in terms of lifting their standard of play. And smart play there from Cetus as well, but most people might have even let that roll through, but you just can never, that uncanny bounce of the ball could go any different way. You asked Stephen Milne about that.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's probably best to mark that, and a great reward there, but certainly for Dalhouse as well to make something out of nothing there.
Cetus, Bosley and Duffy all multiple goal kickers for Southern Districts.
Doing well. Scagliarini off the back of the back here, just soccers the ball towards half forward, was cut off by Ogden. Gallo did well to get it to Bowden. His handball to Ogden on the up was not as good as it could have been. Charging through Carroll for the Tiwi Bombers. He gathers his kick out wide now, looking for McLennan on the bounce. Gathers at half forward, steps around an opponent. Loopy handball goes to Ebinger, finds him. Kick is good, and in a mile of space here, Jack Wilson for the Tiwi Bombers deep in the forward pocket, drills a pass in. The hard-running Harley Puran Tatameri, is it? Takes a mark. Let's wait for him to turn around. In fact, it's Jerome Tipmundameri who has been hard running in this third quarter and should go back and reward himself and, more importantly, his team with a goal. A much-needed one here. Southern Districts have 4 on the board in this third quarter. Jerome Tipmundameri, after that excellent play, 35 metres out, dead in front. He knows it's a goal, pumps his fist in the air. Tiwi on the board in the third quarter. Much needed goal indeed. They move on to 6-6-42, trailing Southern Districts 9-6-60.
There's a pressure kick there from Tipmundameri to be able to kick that goal for his team. That much needed goal, his second for the game. But the pass there from Wilson as well, after taking that mark in that sort of pocket area, was a great kick from him as well, just to be able to see that lead from Jerome and for him to go back and kick that goal, like we said there, first for this quarter. And they certainly needed that, because Districts have kicked the 4 goals this quarter just to keep themselves in touch.
18 minutes gone in this third quarter. Can Tiwi conjure another little bit of magic? Ruck contest, Monagatti up high, wins it down, goes to Carroll. He's taken in a tackle, ball spills. Districts had it momentarily. They get it to Monagatti, chase down tackle. They almost got him. Little toe poke away. Duffy takes possession, handballs to the back. Goes to a teammate in Bugaja. His kick up towards Ruska, couldn't take it. John Tipalora streaking through, handballs backwards to Babui. Babui's kick under pressure will be turned over. And the mark, I think it might be Cetus there at half back. Takes it just a steady play. Goes backwards. Bugaja takes the mark, left half back. Just outside his defensive 50. Kicks long to centre wing, and Duffy again making space. Kicked 2 goals in this game, both coming in the first quarter. Matt Duffy started them off beautifully. And again, just steadying here. Little kick inboard, goes to Bugaja. Cetus by himself in the middle. Austin Wanameri calling for a teammate to mark him up. Bugaja now called to play on. Will go long, looking for a teammate there in Kyle. Luke Kyle takes the mark just under the scoreboard. 60 playing 42. District's playing a little bit of cautious footy here. Possession footy. Going to the big man in Gallo. Got hands to it, dropped it. And in fact, the ball out of bounds. Districts have taken that ball out of bounds off hands. So a boundary throw. A bit of a late call there from the boundary umpire, but it came nonetheless. 65 around from the Southern District's goal. So they get the opportunity to reset here. Gallo up in the ruck contest, wins it down. Pressure comes from Carroll. He's got his man wrapped up here. And the umpire says, I will have it. At left half forward for Southern Districts. Tiwi Bombers complaining there, saying, why wasn't that a free kick? No opportunities, the answer from the umpire. Adam Tipungudi it was, asking the question. Gallo up again, wins it down. Goes in and does the hard work. Adam Tipungudi over the ball, can't gather. Bell goes in for Districts. Gathers it, steps one way, then the other. Gets a quick kick away. Was it touched? The umpire called out of bounds on the full, but the field umpire is going to him just to check. And in fact, it was touched. Good work there by the central umpire, and it'll be a boundary throw-in. 55 around this time from the Southern District's goal. Again, Monagatti to go up against Gallo. Gallo, the big man, gets it down, wins it to Bugaja. His handball cut off. They win it back against Southern Districts. It goes to Bell. And a free kick paid for a high tackle, and the free kick will go downfield. Looks like it might be Roker who fortuitously will get to take this free kick. Is he going to take it? Yes, he is. Bit of a chat there almost as to who might take that footy, but Roker is the one nominated by the umpire who has to take the free. Dalhouse thought he might have been able to con him. So left of centre, kicking from about 40 metres out. Another opportunity for Districts here to put a goal on the board. Roker took about 3 steps, kicked on goal, never looked like it, and consequently he misses to the right-hand side. Not the greatest approach, Aaron.
No, he's certainly get gifts like those with a downfield free kick. You certainly want to make the most of them as well. It's a disappointing result there for Roker.
So to bring the ball back into play here, Ashton Hams for the Tiwi Bombers goes one way, then the other. Lovely chip on the left foot, finds Gibson Turner. Such a quality user of a footy, Ashton Hams. And now the ball in the hands of another. Drills it back and goes to Carroll, who's really lifted his rate across the last 2 quarters. Ball out wide looking for Cantilla. Matthew Cantilla gathers the ball close to the boundary, steps inboard and around Innes. Lovely kick from him, finds a teammate there in Shane Austral. Good work from Cantilla. Like to see him work hard for the footy and then use it well. Austral now pops up a kick, and that is a poor kick, and no effort from his teammates either to cut off Ogden, who just takes an easy mark in between 2 Tiwi Bombers. Long kick now out wide. His kick errant. Was looking there for Farah. Instead finds Turner. Good use of the footy again. Goes to and finds Angus Byrne. Long kick. Good position for Ebinger. Can he take it on the bounce? He can't. Wilson got in the way. He took it. Then was tackled. Great work from the ruckman in Robertson. Gathers on the ground. Goes to a teammate who can't handle. Tiwi Bombers still with an opportunity. Scagliarini almost had it. Socket away from him by Robertson. Charging in for the footy, Charlie McAdam. Gathers it deep in the right back pocket for Southern Districts, and his kick is marked by Tiwi Bombers. No, it's not. Turned over, and instead the mark is paid to Southern Districts. 22.5 minutes gone in this third quarter. 61 plays 42. Kick goes to Innes. His high, long bomb is marked well by Kyle. Kyle swings it inboard. Good switch indeed. Finds a teammate in Zach Smith. Plays on and goes to Staunton. They've done this on many an occasion. Staunton just couldn't cleanly handle the ball. He's confronted by Hams. He did handle the ball well. Tackled by Staunton. Brought to ground. And on the 3/4 time siren, both players get up, looking a little bit ginger. And most importantly, score check at 3/4 time here Round 7 clash between the Tiwi Bombers and the Southern Districts Crocodiles. Southern Districts 9-7-61, the Tiwi Bombers 6-6-42.
Love exploring the territory? TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance. If you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Head on in to Kazali's Palmerston Club. Business meetings, coffee breaks, or just unwinding, Kazali's has you covered. It's the perfect spot for a catch-up with friends, with stylish function areas suitable for any occasion. Sensational meals. Our family-friendly bistro has plenty of delicious options. All the latest machines in our modern gaming room. Get around the pool tables and prove your skills. Fancy a flutter? We've got full betting facilities available. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
So we can feel, really feel together, real together. No one can stop. No one can stop. Nothing can ever bring me time to escape, 'cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better, and I'm going far and wide.
Great Northern Brewing Co. The beer from up here.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience. Dedicated sports zones. Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice, still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store. Now open at Casuarina Square.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
They're actually using that. There's just 4 on the interchange bench, which is normal.
Potentially, they might look into it in the future. I would say make it more of a common thing up here in terms of the conditions that we play in.
There's no reason why it shouldn't be 6 on the bench, is there? Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, it must have something to do with the bylaws, I would dare say. But I know the women's comp and the junior grades all have 6 on the bench. Sorry.
Last quarter to get underway here. Here's Dominic McCormack.
Gallo up against Monagatti again. Monagatti winning it slightly, diving back in again, having possession initially, getting it away. Scagliarini is soccering it off the ground in hot pursuit. Roca for Southern Districts. He gathers possession at right half back. Long kick into the safe hands of Ashton Hams for the Tiwi Bombers. Delivers it off to Carroll. Well and truly been partners in crime in this game as the game's worn on. Long kick, high up and under. Kick and hope. Crashing the pack burn. Puruntatameri gathers. Inside attacking 50. A little flick on from McLennan. Another one. That's a beauty. Goes to Simon. They kick the first goal, the Tiwi Bombers. Absolutely brilliant. The scrimjaw bait worked.
Yeah, you can certainly say it worked there. The intensity there of those Tiwi Bombers players to win the ball out of that half-forward ball up there and just scramble it forward. And you could sort of see what was going to happen there. The Tiwi Bombers were running forward off Adam Tippenwoody, and he had the presence of mind there to knock it forward behind his opponent. And Jeffrey Simon there is the recipient of a wonderful knock on there from Adam Tippenwoody, and gets the Tiwi Bombers the goal they desperately needed in this last quarter.
Just as that outside temperature starts to drop, the game temperature starts to rise. It's a perfect fitting.
Perfect fitting indeed. 13 points it is. It was 19 at 3/4 time. That goal brings it back. It's possible. That's what it is. Monagatti wins it down. Carroll with the quick kick. Cut off by Ogden. His little chip. Doesn't go anywhere near as far as he'd like it to have. Farah picks it up nicely and is called for a throw to McAdam. So he had a lot of time, Aaron. Didn't need to do that.
Yeah, the umpire was in a perfect spot there as well to call that.
Gibson Turner, the recipient of the free, goes immediately to Scagliarini. He drives the ball inside 50, almost the mark to burn. Adam Tippenwoody with the twist and turn. His little chip cut off by Bowden, goes with a mongrel of a left footer. Farah drops perhaps what he should have taken, recovers nicely. Kick up towards Ogden. Gibson Turner paddles the ball in front of himself and close to the boundary line. Was that deliberate, or was that just a professional just taking it towards the boundary?
Yeah, you'd have to say that was a professional one, I would say. It's unlike Gibson Turner to fumble a loose ball like that as well.
I haven't seen him fumble all afternoon. Professionally took it over for a boundary throw in. Morris Rioli grandstand side. Perfectly set up here. Monagatti wins it down. Gibson Turner and Lionel Ogden, they both charge straight at it. Brave play from both of them. It was a 50-50 contest. Charging through Zach Smith. He gathers, releases by hand. Adam Tippenwoody dives in, gets the ball to McLennan, finds Jerome Tippenmundamerry. Long kick inside 50, off hands, no mark. Scrappy handball. Byrne crashes through for the Tiwi Bombers. Releases the ball. Jerome Tippenmundamerry put his body in. Thought he might have been taken high. No call. Charges at it again. Clears space. And this time the umpire says a free kick. A high free kick is paid. And it goes here. In fact, it's Harley Puruntatameri who dived in hard at it. Won the free kick. Ashton Hams looking for the handball. Runs into space and Harley says, no, just leave it with me. I've already kicked 2 this afternoon. Let me have a crack at another one. Right of centre. He should kick from about 48 metres. Takes his time. No real angle to speak of. What a turnout this would be. They've already kicked 1. Kick is on its way. It's straight through the middle for the Tiwi Bombers. Harley Puruntatameri's kicked 3. And more importantly, the Tiwi Bombers are within 7 points. They move to 8-6-54. Southern Districts 9-7-61.
It's been the perfect start now for the Tiwi Bombers. Notice there James Scrimjaw, who gave them that solid 3/4 time bake on the field, is now coaching from the bench. But he's getting the response that he saw, that he envisaged his players would be able to give his team. And great start from the Tiwi Bombers there, and well done to Harley Puruntatameri.
Looking good this game.
Well,
certainly starting to heat up.
It's on now, that's for sure. Scrimjaw inspiring through fear on the boundary line. Oh, the ruck contest. Neither ruckman really got a handle to it. Jack Wilson ultimately tried to get it to Hams. Crashing in was Cetus. Carroll there for the Tiwi Bombers. In pursuit is Bell. Finds himself at half forward. Gathers the footy, is tackled. Pressure comes from the Tiwi Bombers again through number 31 there in Shane Austral. And the ball held up at half forward for Southern Districts. Yes.
Can I just ask you a question? When you get a bait like that from the coach, does it lift the team?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, it certainly does. And especially the leaders take it upon themselves to be able to lift the team. And, you know, every team has some younger players as well, so the younger ones sort of take it a little bit the wrong way, but it's about how the leaders respond to it.
Farah now at half forward, couldn't take possession. The Tiwi Bombers do. Kick away from Harleypur and Tutameri, spirals it up towards forward 50. Sock it away now by Bowden, and then on the chase again. Tries to keep Adam Tipperwoody out of the contest. Dives at the footy. Bowden soccers it away again after a contest between Tipperwoody and Farah. Gathered by Rusker. On the chase is Tyson Tippermundamerry. The kick from Rusker cut off now at half back by the Tiwi Bombers. Matthew Cantilla called to play on, goes backwards. Kick is good. Finds a teammate in Tyler Bell. His long kick is just as good. Goes to Carroll, who dropped the mark he should have taken. Now has to chase Bugeja. Chain of handballs now. Duffy to Cetus, back to Duffy. Now Southern Districts inside, attacking 50. The nudge, the push. How's the umpire going to see it? It's a mark. It's a mark to Southern Districts. And the mark taken by Roker. It is indeed. Used his body beautifully on his opponent. Nudged him out of the way. And 15 metres out, dead in front. Needs to go back and kick the goal, and he puts that straight through the middle. Kicks his first for the afternoon, does Nicholas Roker, and importantly gives the Southern Districts Crocodiles a little bit of breathing space. 10-7-67, Tiwi Bombers 8-6-54.
It's a nice steadying goal there from Roker as well. Just the composure and the experience to be able to block his opponent out and be able to protect the space to take that mark. So certainly hurts the Tiwi Bombers' cause there. They were coming with some real momentum there, and you know, Districts with the goal there through Roker have a steadying goal.
And it was Bell that dropped the mark. He should have taken it.
Needed to take it.
It was a good kick. They went at right angles, didn't they? The other side of the field to give it to him, and he dropped it.
Costly mistake, and that's what we speak about, those sort of moments there where you expect the right thing to happen, and when it does go wrong, it can be a costly error.
Robertson, magnificent leap in the middle for Southern Districts, wins the ruck contest. Tiwi take the ball out of the middle. Play on advantage is the call now. Carroll had taken the mark in the middle. Long kick down towards full forward. Inside attacking 50. What a mark. Southern Districts in the form of, Southern District, Tiwi Bombers in the form of Angus Byrne. I think that's his first clunk inside 50 for the game. What a time to take it. And he's taken it about 35 from goal. We'll kick from 40. We've got the perfect angle here, 45-degree angle right of centre. He's on the Morris Rioli grandstand side, kicking to the airport end here at Marara Oval. Wow. Angus Byrne, kick on the way, kick straight through the middle, and they come and celebrate. Well done, Angus Byrne. He's been a contributor, he's worked hard, and he's finished off a terrific mark, Aaron Motlock.
Yeah, he's a great goal there, great mark as well. I think he's been threatening to take a mark like that all day, and he just hasn't had probably the delivery he would have expected from his midfielders there, but I think that was Scaglarino, I think, or Wilson, Fletcher Carroll, that had that free kick paid forward, and he took the advantage there and just be able to kick to advantage there to Byrne, and yeah, solid contested mark there, and the finish as well was the great thing as well, and it brings Tiwi Bombers back closer to the Districts on the scoreboard.
And sometimes a goal is worth more than a goal. Momentum was arrested from them, and now they got it back again, the Tiwi Bombers.
Monagatti wins the ruck contest, but the ball taken away by Luke Kyle. Hands off by hand to Duffy. Duffy, his handball was scrappy. Now cut off by Tyson Tippermundamerry. Goes backwards looking for the more experienced Hams. Has a lot of time. Steadies. Goes to Carroll. Gee, they've both worked hard. Hams and Carroll have been fantastic for the Tiwi Bombers. Just under the scoreboard. Oh, God, talked him up. He's kicked into the middle of the ground. The kick was poor. Tiwi Bombers trying to take possession. They don't do so. On the up now, Luke Kyle. Handballs away. Dalhouse hard in at it. Taken down in a good tackle. Tiwi Bombers now in possession. They flick it out wide. This time Carroll just bangs it forward up towards attacking 50. Bowden charges at it, gets hands to it, doesn't take the mark. Recovery is good. Gets it to Charlie McAdam. His little twist and turn is excellent, and he finds the steady hands of Zach Smith at half back. Smith goes slightly forward, finds Duffy. Some good names there for the Crocodiles. Out wide now. Finds Cetus under the scoreboard. Little toe poke, looking for and finding a teammate in Bell. Nice steady build up here. Just maintaining possession here. Not for much longer. Off hands it was. Brandon Rusker gathered high up and under. No mark taken close to the boundary. Toe off the ground came there from Tyler Bell for the Tiwi Bombers, and it's out of bounds on the full. Free kick to be taken by Cetus. Right half forward. His kick is a good one. Goes to and finds Luke Kyle. He's lifted his ratings here in this last quarter as Luke Kyle. Still about 60 to 70 from goal. Luke Kyle now belts it inside, attacking 50. The Flyers are up. Bosley, in fact, went by himself in the end. Missed a mark that he probably should have taken, and then out of bounds for a boundary throw in. Right forward pocket, 25 metres around.
Wasn't happy with himself there, Bosley.
No.
Slipped straight through the fingers there, and a bit of a smack to the grass there to rue the missed opportunity he had.
Dean Robertson now up against Monagatti. Ball comes to the back, taken by Bell. Just, in fact, it was Bell. Just got his handball away, I thought, and the umpire says no. Caught in the tackle. And Monagatti to take the free kick for the Tiwi Bombers. No, the free kick to be taken here by Tyson Tippamundamerry. I was right in the first place. He passes it back to Jack Monagatti, who does take the free kick. Handball's away. No, there's now a 50-metre penalty. So some mouthing off from Southern Districts here, and such a close game, Aaron. Not what's required.
No, but how's the second effort there from Monagatti as well? Takes the ruck and then follows it up on the ground and takes that.
Well, his third effort, the kick was absolutely horrible, although we'll just wait and see how this works out, because it's landed in the hands of Gibson Turner. His kick goes to Harley Purantatameri, who perhaps drops a mark he should have taken, is bowled over, feigned for the free kick when he needed to concentrate on the ball. Then again, that plan might have worked as well, because he left it in the hands of his opponent, who then kicked it out of bounds on the full. So the heat playing its part here at the moment. 12 minutes gone, last quarter. The ball inboard from Carroll to Hams. We've called that a few times so far in this game. So Ashton Hams, left half forward here for the Tiwi Bombers. A lovely kick, beautifully weighted kick. Byrne then drops the mark. Southern Districts gather in defence, and the umpire calls for it. 45 out from the Tiwi Bomber goal, and Angus Byrne, that's disappointing.
Yeah, that was really disappointing. It looked like he held it for long enough as well, and the umpire didn't reward him there with the mark. So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite the Tiwi Bombers there.
Monagatti in the ruck contest won it down, only as far as Duffy. Duffy with a quick kick is a good one. Now the Districts look to build from half back. Kick goes to Jay Dalhouse, takes that at around centre half back. Chip sideways, steady again, goes to Cetus. Flicks a handball out wide, that is then dropped. Can Tipalora put on some pressure? He can, but just not enough. Kick comes to Bell, he drops a mark he perhaps should have taken. DeWitt just cruises through half back. Kick up towards Tipungwoody. Adam misses him completely and out of bounds on the full. Charlie McAdam, ball in hand, goes to Jesse Clark. Byrne takes the mark. That's good forward pressure. Goes the chip. Finds Michael Bowden in the clear. He does likewise. Goes the chip. Zach Smith takes the mark. Still inside defensive 50 here. Tiwi Bombers need to push up and keep putting the pressure on. He goes to Dalhouse. Takes the mark in the shade. He'll be appreciating that in front of Shane Austral. Well done, Austral. Smothers the kick. Goes to Roker. Couldn't take possession. Toe poke comes from Simon, lands in the hands of Jerome Tippamundamerry. His little chip is beautiful. Mark taken. Yes, it's paid. Perhaps fortunate on that occasion. Sliding in, and the mark taken by Byrne as Jeffrey Simon comes from the ground with cramp. And Byrne, he'll have to kick from about 50, but an opportunity here to make this a 1-point ball game.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's got the length of kick. I haven't seen him kick a long distance shot before, but yeah, they need to make the most of this opportunity now, Tiwi Bombers. It's moments like this, you've got to take your chances, especially in a close game.
Right of centre, no real angle to speak of. Kick on its way, the left footer. He's going to have the distance, but not the accuracy. Stayed left. One behind on the board. It is a goal the difference. 9-7 plays 10-7. 15 minutes down in this last quarter. Who wants this game? Michael Bowden, the little kick to Zach Smith. The up and under goes to Jesse Clark. John Tipalora working the mark and doing it well. They're still inside defensive 50 here, Southern Districts. Roker looking for it. Doesn't go to him with the quick kick. Now called to play on. Pressure put on there by Donald Mungatobi. Gallo, the big man, goes for the fly. Monagatti had it, then lost it. Ball goes to ground. Rusker comes out with it and does well. Goes to Staunton. Dalhouse had it. Gibson Turner confronted him. That was good pressure. Goes back. He was up to it. Found Cetus with a little kick. Cetus from left half back. Steadying play down. Roker again calling for the little chip. Cetus not sure where he's going. Now he needs to go long down the line under pressure from Austral. Mark to be taken. Bosley there when he's needed. The key forward on centre wing. Takes the mark. His kick is a beauty. Spots up a teammate. Couldn't take the mark. Silvani Babui. Great defence, Aaron Motlop.
Yeah, it certainly was that. Would have been a certain mark there to Jones as well, but the pressure there and the ability to influence that contest and take the ball out of bounds was certainly well done there by Babui.
16 minutes down in this quarter. 1 goal the difference. Districts in the lead, 67-61. Patrick Gallo up against Jack Monagatti in the ruck contest. Oh, the ball is going to fall short. Gallo just slaps it forward to the advantage initially there of Carroll. Couldn't quite get it before the boundary line, and again, they'll toss it in. Need to be aware here, Aaron, that this ball's going to fall short from the boundary throw-in.
Certainly, and the midfielders have got to adapt to it as well. Not only the ruckman for the hit out, but the midfielders have just been disciplined, but not trying to take the space while it's there.
Boundary throw-in again. This time it's a good one. Gallo wins it. Bell had it, went to Hams, taken in a ball and all tackle. Terrific tackle there from James Bell. Wrapped him up and will be a ball up in that same position again. Ashton Hams just adjusting his boot. Gallo and Monagatti. Monagatti gets it down to Scagliarini, knocked forward by Dalhouse, comes to Hams. The high up and under towards centre wing. No mark taken in the contest. Donald Mungatobi loses out there for a moment. Jack Wilson there, so too Luke Kyle. His kick errant, cut off by Carroll. Handballs away to a running teammate in Harleypur and Tutameri. His kick is bashed away there by Bugaja. Gibson Turner returned the favour, got it away to Wilson. High up and under towards Austin Wanameri. Normally uses his body well, does do so. The kick off hands gathered by Jesse Clark. Pops it up beautifully to Roker, and he takes the mark really well. Moves the ball quickly, goes to Dalhouse. By hand quickly to Rusker, who then promptly left it behind. Had time and space to pick it up. His kick was smothered beautifully by Adam Tipperwoody. Tyson Tippamundameri slaps it forward to the advantage of McLennan. Steps around, loses the footy. Just succumbed to the pressure there from Staunton. Staunton gets it away to a teammate in McGregor. McGregor's kick out wide goes to Cetus. On the run, Ogden gathers the handball, kicks inside 50. Monagatti, can he take the mark? He can't. Got hands to it. Flicks a handball backwards. Taken by DeWitt. Just kicked and hoped for space. Split the difference between two Southern Districts players. What will the call be? Not called deliberate. The umpire says toss it in. Unbelievable.
Been fortunate there, I think, DeWitt there. There was not many options there at a Tiwi Bombers Guernsey, and he's just gone for the safety kick out.
Gallo and Monagatti in the ruck contest. One down, taken by McLennan. Almost the mark to Wilson close to the boundary. And the Tiwi Bombers win themselves another boundary throw-in. Just to the right of the scoreboard. Time ticking here. Nearly 19 minutes gone in this last quarter. 1 goal the difference. The ruckmen go at it again. Monagatti wins it down. Taken by Staunton for Southern Districts. Gets it away to Cetus. Long kick towards half forward. Ogden with the mark. No. Had 2 grabs at it, couldn't take it. DeWitt toe pokes it forward. Hams gathers. Handballs backwards to a teammate in Ebinger. His kick towards Simon clears his head. Farah on the charge, toe pokes it in his direction. Simon tries to do the same. Farah gathers, did so well in the contest. Got it away to Charlie McAdam. 15-metre toe poke goes towards Dalhouse. He's wrapped up in a tackle by Gibson Turner. Fantastic play. Play on advantage. Ebinger with ball in hand. And he's taken down. Undisciplined play. Byrne, can he take the advantage? No, he's not going to. The umpire calls it back, but the Tiwi Bombers with the footy here at half forward. Byrne, good kick. Finds a teammate here in Jerome Tipamunda-Merry. Been a good player. Too far away from goal. Chips it forward and finds a teammate. On the burst, experienced player Adam Tipungwuti takes the mark. 48 from goal, just slightly right of centre.
He's certainly the player I would have been looking for as well inside that forward 50. The kick seems a little bit too far as well. It's going to take one of his better kicks, Adam, to kick this goal to tie the game up for the Tiwi Bombers.
The man with the flashing red boots, the number 1 on the back. He knows the seriousness of this kick. Deliberate approach towards goal, reaches 50. Kick on its way. It's going to have the distance. It's accurate enough. Adam Tipungwuti, you're a star. That's a great goal. The score is level, 10-7 apiece. 20 and a half minutes gone in the last quarter.
So you never would have thought we'd get to this stage where they would come back and draw, but you certainly knew they were capable of it. And yeah, they're true to their form at the moment, Tiwi. They're just taking the game on. Not the traditional way that you would expect the Tiwi Bombers to play, but you know, they are rolling the dice and getting the ball forward and using their run and carry. And you know, certainly Ashton Hams and Fletcher Carroll have been the main cheap ball winners and trying to get their team over the line.
Even a draw here is a win for them.
Yeah. Oh, yes, indeed. And what about the tackle from Gibson Turner?
Oh, that was amazing. Yeah, to win that footy as well, and then to clear it out and you know, help the team get a downfield free kick was certainly a win.
Scores level here. Monagatti won the ruck contest straight to his opponent. Someone managed to strip the ball from him. Got it to Scagliarini. High up and under inside 50 for the Tiwi Bombers. Off hands. Cetus. Can he take control? No, he can't. Tackle. McLennan. Handball's inboard of Tipungwuti. Just flicks it up in the air. Harley Porantata-Merry there. Takes possession. Bowled over. Dalhouse. Quick kick. No mark taken by Carroll coming through. Well done. Brandon Rusker did well. Toe pokes it to himself. Coming through strongly was Tipalora. They're all going the toe poke. Someone needs to grab it and pick it up. Tipalora did just that. And then he's bundled over the boundary line at right half forward. Wins his team a boundary throw in.
A lot of tired players there, Tom. A lot of tapping and toe poking. Just got to take the opportunity there to pick the ball up and help your team by getting possession of the footy and getting the ball forward. 3
key players around this boundary throw-in for the Tiwi Bombers. Scagliarini, Hams, Carroll. Monagatti wins it down to Scagliarini. He's taken high, no call. Tyson Tipamunda-Merry couldn't get a kick away. Charlie McAdam did. Matthew Cantilla just slapped it out of the air with a quick kick. Duffy pressing, couldn't get the footy. Babui did. Quick kick up towards inside 50. Ogden perfectly placed. He gathers. Good kick to Staunton. Takes the mark at centre wing and just steadies. Needs to kick to Duffy, who's made really good space. Goes out wide. Right half forward. Duffy gathers. They'll move the ball on easily here to Jones. The kick missed him at 40 metres. He's going to get run down. He took the footy. He was casual. No one talked to him. And Mason DeWitt on the charge caught him from behind. The big defender. What a tackle.
What a tackle.
Mason DeWitt now. A booming left foot kick up towards centre wing. The unrealistic attempt will be a free kick to the Tiwi Bombers at centre wing. And it'll go to Angus Byrne. Austin Wanameri is one out inside 50. He's not going to be able to kick that far. Angus Byrne, where will he go? Up towards half forward. Monagatti will make the contest. We know that. In fact, he's taken the mark. Not called by the umpire. Comes to the back of the pack. Goes to Roker. Now the handball from him goes to Duffy, to McAdam, to Staunton. Players are tired. He receives the handball back from Kyle. Staunton from half forward has a bounce. Who can he find? In the clear is Bosley. Kick was short, couldn't take the mark, goes long with the left boot in the goal square. The mark taken by James Bell, and he pops it through straight away for a goal. Southern Districts take the lead by that goal.
That's kamikaze footy at its best there. The ball just pinging around and going from end of the centre of the square to the other end of the centre square. As I think there's a blood rule here coming.
Cetus, I think.
Cetus, I think, has been instrumental in his team today. He's just knocked up finding the footy. Hasn't stopped trying for his team today. And James Bell with the mark in their goal square to give his team a 6-point breather really, really late in the last quarter.
Well, I agree with you. The mark should have been played back down here to the big.
To Monaghetti. Gee,
he had 3 grabs at it.
Absolutely, took it. Anyway, the umpire must have seen a hand in there that we couldn't. So Districts in the lead here. 73 plays 67. A little bit of a break here with the blood rule, and there's another call here from the umpire coming off the square, and it's a free kick. Must have been a centre square infringement. So Southern Districts receive the free. It goes to Dean Robertson, drilled a pass to half forward, no mark taken. Little handball comes back to Charlie McAdam. Out wide here to Roker. Districts appear to be full of running. His kick, beautifully taken there by Tyler Bell. Just outbodied Bosley. We haven't said that too often this afternoon. Bell chips to Babui. Babui goes to Hams, takes the mark just outside defensive 50. What can the Tiwi Bombers conjure from here? 25.5 gone in the last quarter. Hams, careful with the footy, goes to Fletcher Carroll. Ebinger on the lead. He finds him at half back. Just keeps on moving. Gibson Turner in the middle. Almost everything he's touched this afternoon's turned to gold, but not on this occasion. The siren sounds, and the Southern Districts Crocodiles, they gain a much-needed victory. They win 11-7-73 to the Tiwi Bombers, the gallant Tiwi Bombers, 10-7-67. It is a 6-point victory to the Crocodiles.